Well, hello there again, friends and family, and as you can see, we're back in the focus. Yep. Well, we're not going anywhere special. I got to run by the post office, pick up a package that one of you viewers sent to me, and it requires a signature. Even though I've been here every day, except for that one shopping trip to Superfoods, they just stuck a little note in the mailbox, I guess. Post office person didn't want to meet up face to face, and I can't say I can blame them there. But anyway, since we got to go by the post office, thought all of y'all could jump on in. We'll go over to the post office and then take a little ride through the countryside. Ain't gonna be nowhere special, just ride. Charge up the old battery here on the Focus, since that little trip to Superfoods didn't do much good. And maybe stop in and get us a treat, then head her on back home. So if you don't mind, pile on in, be good, slap on your seat belts, let's head her on out. Okay, everybody buckled on up. And that. So we're going to take us a little ride over to the post office, and then we're going to take a ride through the countryside for a bit, recharge those Focus batteries, and recharge mine a little bit. Ride always helps, even if you ain't got nowhere special to go. Yep, and I can see it's about time to get me some new wiper blades. I'm sure y'all can see that too. But like I say, it ain't no place special. And if y'all are good during the ride, we may go ahead and get us a little treat on the way back. Then we might not. It all depends on how I feel. And I think y'all can see we got some dark clouds there to the south, and what you can't see, they're to the west too. And now, many of y'all messaged me last night, and I noticed early this morning, worried about that weather that came through Alabama last night. Well, in a lot of places, especially up around Birmingham, Jefferson County, the way that there front was angled, it hit around 11:30 to 12:30. And apparently there was one quite large tornado in there. But besides that, that front brought with it a lot of straight line winds. Now, we didn't see the winds or the rain until around, I'd say about 4:30 in the morning. Somewhere between 4:30 and 5 is when it woke me up. And when that front first came through, that wind was ferocious. It wasn't a tornado, it was just straight line. You know? Some stuff got blowed around, some more limbs got blowed out of the trees. That's okay. That's on the agenda this week. Get the yard all start getting straightened up for the spring. So it ain't no big deal. We're gonna have to do it anyway. And we got to get our old mower blades changed out, put some new ones on for the year. I would sharpen up the ones that are on there, but they've about had their last rodeo. Of course, got to change the oil. Got to grease her up and get her all ready. So, we can have her all spring and summer and fall on. Keep the yard looking a little bit better maybe this year. Then again, maybe not. You know how old Mr. Tom is. He sort of likes to let it get a little wild. See what I got on out there. Just like out walking today, I can see a lot of things coming up that you would never see if you kept that grass mowed way down. Maybe I'll do a video about that. But right for this moment, sun's shining. Somehow I don't think that's going to be for long though. And in case you're wondering, we're currently 70 degrees. Now that was something that was unusual yesterday too. It got up to 76 degrees. Now I had that front come in while the temperature was way up there in the mid 70s. Oh, we might have had a whole different outcome here in my little small town than that. But by the time that front come through, like say somewhere between 4:30 and 5, temperatures down in the mid to lower 50s. Not saying a tornado couldn't jump out of it. Thankfully for us it did. You know, they said when I got up this morning there had been no fatalities. But come to find out, now they found one. It's a 14-year-old child. That's just as tough as it gets. Anytime we lose a child to severe weather or for any reason, I sure do pray for the parents, for their comfort, though it'll do little good for quite some time. Might say been there, done that. And we're getting ready, you can see over there on the right, to build a new high school. Of course, you can see the high school that we have. I sort of like it. It's historic. But they decided here in my little town, spend $3 million building a new one. I'm sure to be one of them metal buildings with a metal roof with a brick facade on it. Since the other two they built, the elementary and the middle school, are both the same way. But I guess we'll have to see. You know, in my mind, what we needed was a water treatment plant. Of course, that's what the mayor said too. And a sewer treatment plant, since both of ours are lower. Almost as old as the town. But we didn't do that. We're building a new high school. But the reasoning was it'll save on maintenance costs and energy costs. Yeah. It'll take quite a long time to pay $3 million off, plus finance charges, interest, just on maintenance costs and energy costs. I ain't no idiot. Or maybe I am now. But I did break out a new mask for today. And that. Got my hand sanitizer there, got some wipes, so, you know, we all good to go. Got the cell phone with me. I actually remembered to do that. My son, daughter be proud of me. 'Cause I am real bad to leave it at home. So we ain't too far up to the post office. I sure wish we had our post office still open on our side of the river, but U.S. Postal Service said we ain't had enough people, shut it down. Hence why old Mr. Tom can't get a P.O. box. Well, here we are. See, didn't take long at all. Of course, followed this here white van truck all the way on up here. He's probably a male contractor if I had to guess. But right now there's nobody here. So that's a good thing. So oops. So I'm gonna leave y'all in the car and I'm gonna head on in and pick this package up real quick, okay? Y'all be good and no fighting, okay? I'll be right back. Time to sanitize the hands all up again. Oh yeah, I don't even take my mask off till I get my hands all sanitized up. Wet down really good. Do it twice. Then remember, take your mask off by the little loops. And we're ready to go again. So I do hope all of y'all were good while I was in the post office. Didn't take long at all. Now, I was quite surprised. Package said Merry Christmas. And you'll never guess where it came from. Never for a minute. Because I would have never guessed either. But it came all the way from Lincolnshire. Yep. I'm thinking that's in the UK. I gotta get home and look it up. And Sharon sent that to us. That was so darn nice of her. Surely it was. So as promised, I'm going to take you through a little ride through the countryside, and then we'll come on back down a well, it's not Main Street, might as well be named Main Street. It's Gilmer Avenue, which for all intents and purposes, it's where everything's at now. We should rename it Main Street, because where actual Main Street is, over in the old downtown section of Tallahassee, ain't got a whole lot going on. Oh, but for right now, it's a beautiful day, 70 degrees. Recharge old folks' battery, recharge myself, and maybe recharge some of y'all. Don't get out much. Now, I wouldn't have came out today either if I wouldn't have had to pick up the package. I'm not complaining though. I'm ever so thankful for everything y'all do for old Mr. Tom and the Kitty Crew. Yes, I am. It sure is appreciated, and you know, a lot of times it just makes me cry. And you know, y'all really don't have to do that. We'll get by. I won't lie to you, it does make it easier. And the Kitty Crew is just thrilled to death. You know, Gracie, Trixie. Yeah, well, you know, Trixie, she is a curmudgeon. But she is starting to feel better, I hope. At least she's got back to her cranky self. And that could only be a good thing. But some of the things, you know, just, she ain't gonna get better. She's just too old. 19 in August. I'm not sure what that is in cat years. If some of y'all want to let me know, y'all can. I'm thinking she's got to be in her mid to late 80s in human years. I'm just saying. And if that's the case and I make it that far, I hope I'm in as good a shape as she is. course, I tend not to eat as good as the Kitties. But I think I eat well enough, you know. It's mostly poor folk food. But it's good, it's filling. Sort of kind of rounded diet. You know, this week you saw me on that there shopping trip to Superfoods, you know, that we did on Sunday. You saw what I bought. And this week we're going to have some salads. We're going to have some fancy bagels that I'll share with you. Salads ain't going to be too fancy. And thinking about doing some scalloped potatoes with ham too. Surely I am. That's just down home good, and I don't mean cheese. Scalloped potatoes do not have cheese. That's au gratin. Scalloped potatoes have a flour and milk or flour and cream sauce. Yes, they do. You know, every time I get ready to cook something, I look up the modern recipes on the internet. And I did this time for scalloped potatoes, just checking them out. And I mean, most of them got cheese. No, scalloped potatoes ain't about cheese. That's a gratin. But the youngins don't know no better. And some people who ain't too young still don't know no better. But we out here in the country, and y'all ain't been down this road. I mean, it actually goes on down here by what used to be some catfish farms. But I think they've sort of been out of business for several years now. Now you can start seeing those darker clouds coming in from the west. So it does look like we got some more rain coming, but hopefully no storms. Hopefully no tornadoes. Don't need them. Got plenty of cows over there on the left. Don't know if y'all saw that. And there's a lot of nice fancy big homes out here. It didn't used to be that way 10, 15, 20 years ago. Just farmland. People trying to make a living the hard way. Now the city folk come out here too. Building some nice fancy homes. They have. Bad part about it, with everybody with a room, and everybody with their cell phone, the video game, family don't even know each other anymore, do they? God forbid you had to sleep in the same room with your brother or sister or something. I mean, I shared a bedroom from the time my little brother was born all the way up till I moved out of the house. Kathy, my older sister, not older than me, but the oldest one, she had her own room till Becky was born, baby. And then she shared the room. Growing up, we never had more than a 3-bedroom home. Most of the time, all we had was a 3-bedroom trailer. Until I was within, I think, a year before I left home. It might have been 2 years. That Mom and Dad finally bought their own actual home and little farm. It was up in Limestone, Alabama. That's North Alabama, outside of Huntsville. And, well, actually right slap dab in the middle between Huntsville and Athens, Alabama to the west. I hope y'all can hear me good. This road's awful noisy. In fact, it's real noisy. back in Towson. See, that didn't take long. And I told you it'd just be a short ride. We just recharging the car and ourselves. Now, about that there superfood shopping trip we got, asked all of y'all to guess how much I spent. Some of you were so close you could just about step on them. Others were a tad too high or a tad too low, and then some of you way too low, way too high. But I think two of you, maybe three, were within pennies of it. I think closest thing one come was 20 cents, if I'm correct. Don't hold me to it, but I think it was 20. Another one come within 80 cents, or no, 60 cents. And that, so, you probably think, well, what did you spend, Mr. Tom? I spent $99.20 before tax. So I didn't break my $100 limit. Well, except with tax. And here we go. We had to let that little spat of traffic get by. So the Acapulco Grill says it's open. Ain't no customers though. Well, that's a mighty fine Mexican place. Mexican restaurant. It's not a place. And of course, we're on the west side of my little small town now, and we'll be cruising by the Walmart, which I'm sure is just slap pack full. It may be another year before I go in there, since I only went one more time since March of last year. That's because I ran out of over-the-counter medicines I couldn't get online because they're controlled. And as you can see over there on the left, yeah, it's got a pile of people in it. I'd say the parking lot's about 3/4 way full. Not near as bad as it was that day we all went, remember? It was slap full. But we're heading on in on Gilmer from the west. Now I'm hoping to go someplace special Friday if it don't rain. Seems like every time I plan an outing or adventure with y'all, it rains. And since we'll be doing some walking, and I ain't too partial to walking in the rain no more at my age. Plus there's, we don't have rain showers hardly anymore. Everything's a thunder shower. Thunder and lightning, I don't like being out. I've seen what happens when you get hit. It ain't pretty. If you live, most times you don't. Got to come up here to Apex one day, probably next week, get my propane bottles filled up. I got 2 that are empty. They'll fill them up for me. They're good people. And about end of spring, I got to invest in some tires for the old pickup truck. I got one that keeps losing air. Of course, they're starting to dry rot and crack. So, there you have it. Well, I got to save my money. There was our one motel we have in Towson. Yep. The Motor Inn. They went all the way through it and redid it though. Some say it's pretty nice now. Others say not so much. Who knows? It's not like I'm going to go there and stay to check it out. If the pandemic finished up, maybe I would. Because that's our only game in town, unless you want to ride all the way up to Shorter. Next exit up ain't all that far. About 10 minutes, and then they got a Days Inn up there, and it ain't all too great neither. And then the next place you can go is Montgomery, off of Eastern Boulevard, which is going to take you a while, because it's about 23 miles away. From our Tallahassee exit. But as you can see, there's not a whole lot of traffic today. Over there to the left is Seven Gables. That's a rather historic house, and they went through all of it and restored it. You won't believe it, but they brought that thing down in pieces from up north somewhere. There's actually a book about Seven Gables. It was brought down in pieces and rebuilt here, of all places, Tallahassee, Alabama. Hard to believe it. I couldn't believe it, so I researched into it. And there was our high school football stadium. You can tell we get into football. I mean, what other high school got a stadium like that in a small rural town? But I said we'd get a treat, and we're here at Jack's. Many of y'all don't have a Jack's. I feel sorry for you. Yes, sir. So what are we gonna get? We're gonna be getting us some chicken, I'm thinking. Let's check it out. I can make some, but the kitty crew likes it.
$1,200, what can I get for you?
I'd like that family big box.
You want the tender or the fried chicken?
Fried chicken, please.
Alright, and what's your two sides?
Mashed potatoes and gravy and green beans.
Alright, anything else?
Nope, that'll be it, ma'am.
$23.09.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yep, that's a kitty treat. And that too is thanks to you, the viewers.
Hello, $23.09.
Okie doke. I'm gonna get rid of some ones today, if you don't mind. You can just keep the change, ma'am. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you. Ooh, that's a pile of food. So, y'all, I promised y'all a treat. And I promised Trixie and Gracie and the kitty crew some fried chicken. They like it. And since I was going to be out, I went the lazy route and just picked it up here at Jack's, which I'm going to tell you what. Normally, they have some mighty fine fried chicken. And besides, we went ahead and got mashed taters and gravy. Trixie prefers mashed potatoes and gravy, so we'll have to give her a little bit. The other kitties could care less. And then of course we got green beans. Why? Because I like green beans, and I think y'all do too. Everybody hold what you got. You know, people getting ready to jump on that light. And I'm not sure how much chicken comes in there. It's a pile of chicken. That darn bag must weigh 15 pounds. So it's a good deal. I think after all of y'all get a piece of chicken, you know, the ones of y'all that ain't in the car, riding along, now there ain't enough in there for the virtual neighborhood. Nope. I apologize for that. Just ain't enough in that back. Now, it could be. that once I open that bag, it could be like the 2 loaves of bread. You know, the 2 loaves and the 2 fishes in the Bible. And I might, you know, start pulling stuff out of that bag and it just keep going and going and going. Hey, I believe in miracles. I surely do. I've seen a few in my life. Maybe y'all have too. But here again, I want to thank all of y'all because some of you sent some money there to the Kitty crew, and 1 or 2 of you said, you know, that was for their chicken McNuggets, and I bought some chicken McNuggets for them the last time I was out and about, and they ate them, but Trixie wasn't too much on them anymore. And Gracie ate a few, and then she was sort of like played with the rest. So other than the Kitty crew, Trixie and Gracie sort of lost interest in it. So this time I got the real deal. I got Jack's crispy fried chicken. None of that there's soggy original recipe KFC. Nope. So we're just gonna head her on back up through the neighborhood. Y'all can see all the little houses and yards, all of that. Ain't nothing too fancy, for sure. Now, those of you who've been on the channel a long time, you've seen this before. Oops. Oh, those speed bumps, no matter how slow you go, they're rough. And as you can tell, the sunshine has faded away to heavy overcast. Won't be long now. We'll be listening to the pitter patter of rain, we will. That's okay. We'll all enjoy our chicken there in the carport with the Kitty crew, and of course Gracie and Trixie's will have theirs in the kitchen. You know, I gotta remember to bring me some water on these here trips where I'm gonna be running my mouth for a while. Throat tends to get a little dry. Does that happen to y'all when you're talking too much? Maybe that's a signal that I should keep my yap shut. But when you're doing your videos and you got a channel, you too can do what you want. And I encourage all of y'all, strike you up a channel too. Yep, takes some getting used to, surely it does, and of course you got to put yourself out there though. Now with me, I choose not to be political, agenda driven, don't got a narrative, and I'm not going to put out a whole lot of personal stuff. From occasion, if it's something that's going to affect me, I might say something. Like when my son got COVID and all his friends. That was some dark days there, but thankfully and thank God it all came out. And they all recovered. Even the one that had to be hospitalized and put in ICU. He got through it too. By what they tell me, none of them have any ill effects that they can tell. But I still don't want it. And I ain't looking to get it. No, not one bit. Now one thing I did notice there at Jack's, they sanitize their hands in between customers. That's a good thing. That's the first time I've seen. Of course, I haven't bought fast food in a while. There was one time there back sometime towards the end of last year I did. This is the first time I have this year. And probably wouldn't even done it now if it wouldn't have been for a few viewers wanting to chip in so the kitty crew could have some chicken. And I don't think they'll mind if y'all in the car have a piece as well. Now you ain't gonna get much more than one piece. Unless it becomes a magic bag of food. Then you just never know. This little stretch on the back side of my neighborhood has seen better days, hasn't it? They just poor folk trying to make it through life. They don't bother nobody. That's a good thing. Well, we'll take a right here and whip our own one in. Some people have no respect for residential speed limits. Of course, I gave him a bad look. We stared eyeballs to eyeballs. Maybe he'll come by the house and want to say something, be a real man. I still got one can of, you know, that stuff I keep in my back pocket. That whoop butt. Woo! Well, package got to be in quarantine now for 3 days. I hate that, because I'd like to see what was in there all the way there from Lincolnshire. And you know, Sharon, she sent me that, and like I say, we're extremely thankful. Now, if y'all see some Amazon boxes stacked up in the carport, those are ones I bought. All except the Better Homes and Garden. And that was sent to by a viewer. And I'm going to be setting that up here in the spring underneath the giant oak tree. Sort of make a little coffee place. Maybe a place to talk to y'all too. It's been a long time coming. I know she's been waiting. Big box there. That's a new air conditioner I got to put in, but I got to get my son over here to help me because it's way too heavy for me to lift. And then one of the boxes there is half of a shipment of Trixie and Gracie's kitty litter. And then the other 2 little boxes are for a project, one of which I'll be videoing to share with all of y'all. So there you have it, folks. We made and picked up our box. We got us a little treat there. Everybody gonna get a piece of chicken as long. I think we got enough. Kitty crew will get some, and so will Trixie and Gracie. And life can't be no better than that. Of course, now I gotta sanitize up again. Then I go down, wipe everything down. That's a darn shame. But that's what you gotta do these days, right? So y'all, until I see you on the next video, y'all take care out there. Be safe. May God bless you, your friends, your family, and loved ones. To old Mr. Tom, Trixie, Gracie, Cleo, Spooky and Speedy, and from time to time Magoo and Elrod. See you on the next video. Thank y'all, and God bless you. Cleo! Spook! Cleo! Spooky! Ooh! Look here. Look here. Come on, Spook. Cleo! Cleo! You smell your chicken? Say thank you. Some sweet viewers bought this for you. They surely did. It's a pile of chicken. Well, come on. I gotta get it ready. Come on, Spooky. You coming too? Speedy gonna bring up the rear, huh? Okay. The rest of y'all that were along for the ride, you know, just grab your lawn chair or some folding chairs out of the shed there and put them up in the carport. I'll be out in a bit. Once I get Gracie, Trixie all taken care of. And we'll just have us a little picnic on the carport. Ain't nothing fancy, okay? Woo, that's a lot of food in there. Not bad. Time to get on inside. What are you two waiting on? Are you waiting on chicken? Can you smell this piece of chicken up here? Trixie, you want some chicken? Huh? You want chicken? You do. What about you, Gracie? You want chicken? You want chicken? Okay. Let me get it skin and batter pulled off because it's a little bit spicy. And I'll chop you up some, okay? Okie doke? Be nice, Trix. Good to see you back to your old cranky self, huh? Okay. So, as y'all can see, Trixie's back to her old cranky self again. So what we gotta do with this chicken that we got from Jack's, and if you're wondering, that was a 10-piece, and they put in like 2 big old breasts, and they also put in, I think it was about 3 thighs, some drumsticks, and a couple of, no, it was actually 4 thighs, and a couple of wings. Only got 2 wings. That's fine. And that, of course, like I say, I get all this here breading off. It don't go to waste. I munch on it because I like it. So, just put some of this nice greasy chicken on the old cutting board here. And we're just gonna cut it up for a little bit. Yep. That nice grease help make your coat shiny, it will. Or at least that's what my great-grand always said. She'd always treat her kitties pretty good too. So there we go. Got them some. And that. And we'll put, sort of split it up here. Put some in here for Trixie. And put some in here for Gracie. And of course I sort of use this as treats for them. And that over time. And of course, then we'll have to take some and cut it up for the kitty crew. Now, I gotta get washed up. Yeah, that stuff's super greasy, but it's super good too. Okay, guys, I'm coming. I'm coming. Hang on. Whew. There we go. Yep, and see, you always got to give Gracie's first, or she'll bug Trixie. Here's yours, Gracie, right there. There's your chicken. Oh, and Trix, here's yours. Come on. Come on. Trixie. Trix. Oh. She's going to go over here and try to get Gracie's. Yours is right here. See? There you go. So there you have it. Gracie's eating hers. Trixie. Now, your fans sent you a little bit of money and wanted me to get some chicken nuggets, but I told them, you haven't been too much on those chicken nuggets here late. So I got you some of this here Jack's Southern Fried Chicken. Looks like you're loving it. You got any words for the viewers? Huh? You too busy eating your chicken? Oh, okay. Maybe Gracie. Gracie, you got anything you want to say to the viewers? Huh? Nope. Just gonna eat her chicken. So now we got to cut up some more for the kitty crew. And once I get it all done, get washed back up, we'll bring you along for that too. Come on. Come on, kitties. Kitty, 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 kitty. Here we go. There we go. You better get on down there, Speedy. Chicken don't last long. Cleo. Come on. Now you give some to Speedy. Y'all share. Yep. It's your favorite. Jack's. Okay. Be nice, Cleo. Well, just in case you thought old Mr. Tom was fooling you, I wasn't. We cut up a thigh for Spooky, Cleo, and Speedy too. And they're just loving it. Now, they don't get this every day or every week. It's about a once a month thing. Remember. But if I cook chicken for me, they always get some too. So does Trixie and Gracie. And if Magoo and Elrod happen to show up, we share with them as well. So there you have it, folks. Kitty crew's getting their treats. You saw Trixie and Gracie having theirs. Now it's time for old Papa Tom to have him a piece of chicken, some of those fine mashed taters, gravy, green beans too, and a biscuit. Thank y'all for everything y'all do. And God bless y'all. Goodbye. And good night. Okay, guys, I'm going in. Now, I ain't gonna tell them that's your second chicken thigh just today. The way y'all going through this chicken, it ain't gonna last no time. There's only 10 piece. Come on, guys.